Hello, TradingView community. Welcome to my new analysis about gold futures. And with gold futures, there happened some major developments within the recent times that I have spotted within my analysis, and I have analyzed the underlying dynamics from a fundamental and technical perspective. And there are currently major dynamics happening within the world gold futures dynamics as the war economy developments happened within the last year. This changed the worldwide financial markets interface developments heavily. And this means that there are many investors which are looking for a hedge against inflation and recession within the market. And this is why there's a high demand, open interest that increases within the gold futures. And this is why the gold futures had the ability to hold within this major range here and to bounce within these structures and show up with these important open interest increases that actually determined a higher volume within the gold futures price action. And now these are actually important determinations that are driving the current open interest within the gold market. And further, there are also important underlying indications that I have spotted here. Firstly, when looking at the support structure, the gold futures had the ability to bounce here within these important structures to build up above the 1670 area and above the 1620 area, and to bounce within these ever so crucial developments, bouncing into the upper directions, bouncing and accelerating with important dynamics towards the upper sides. And these indications already increased the major underlying open interest within the gold futures price action. And this is already a important indication from where gold actually has further dynamics to accelerate, especially as further institutionals are looking to hedge within the gold futures market, and especially as the gold backed currency implementation system is accelerating heavily. This is also a important indication to consider within the gold market. Also, when looking at the swore structure here, the gold futures price action has shown up with this important bounce towards the upside and already marked this important bounce in this swore structure, setting up since October 2022 with this important bounce towards the upside, almost printing a heavy bounce towards the upside, almost printing over 30% towards the upside with this important volatility bounce within this war structure. And now, within this war structure, something really interesting happens here because the gold price action actually has the ability to hold above the 1900 area and to build up above this area, bouncing above this area. And this is already a important indication as the gold price action actually has the potential to hold above these ever so crucial dynamic levels. And what this normally means under normal conditions within a major asset like it is within gold, which actually has over 10 trillion market cap within the market. This is a major asset within the market. And when looking at this whole daily time frame perspective structure, which is also a important time frame perspective structure in this world development, here gold is actually forming this major flag development. This is a major flag development. And within this flag development, the gold price action actually has this major descending wedge formation structure, and this descending wedge formation structure is actually building a important wedge formation structure from where the gold price actually has further potentials to accelerate with a heavy breakout towards the upside. And as I already mentioned it within previous ideas, such a important wedge formation structure in the most cases has a major development acceleration potential to increase with heavy bullish potentials in a vast majority of times, especially once the swell formation has been completed with the breakout above the upper boundaries. This is going to accelerate the bullish dynamics in a major manner, especially when the gold backed currency system implementation actually accelerates with the necessary technological backing, which is appropriately necessary to back this important gold bonds within the structure. And when looking at this daily time frame perspectives, once this important descending triangle formation has been completed, this is going to accelerate the important determinations towards the upside, and it is going to accelerate the bullish dynamics with the final breakout above the upper boundary of this important price action formation. And in this case, gold will have activated important initial target zones above these important breakout areas. And this initial target zone of this descending triangle formation will be above the 2240.5 area, and this will be the minimum target zone of this breakout within this whole descending triangle formation. And when looking at this whole formation structure, it has to be mentioned that gold also forms a much larger formational breakout development within this whole structure, because once this wall formation and development has been completed, this is going also to be a major part of a much bigger formational structure. This is actually being a part of this gigantic accelerated ABC wave count, which will be completed once this descending triangle formation has been completed, and once this wall development has shown up with a breakout above the upper boundary of this crucial daily time frame perspective descending triangle formation, this is going to also simultaneously set up this major wave C acceleration towards the upside. And this is going to also have a enormous effect on the major underlying gold price actions to accelerate with this important heavy dynamic developments within this whole structure. And in this case, the gold price action will have activated targets within this important upper boundaries target zone, within this important upper boundaries all-time high target zone. This is going to activate the targets at 2500, and this is going to be a important accelerating dynamic towards the upsides. Also important in this case will be the actual gold stocks gem watch list that I currently spotting within the major gold market. And these are stocks within the market that actually have the potential to accelerate their potential with the underlying gold backed currency system implementation. And in this case, it is highly necessary that the gold backed currency system implementation is not just implemented without the necessary supply chains, without the necessary technology, without the necessary high tech that is actually backing the gold backed currency system implementation. Because without this, it is likely to not unfold the full potential within the market. And therefore, there are three categories of stocks within the market that I currently spotted within my gold backed currency system implementation stocks gem watch list within the market. And therefore, with this whole development, this is actually going to accelerate the price action faster than the actual price action indication indicates. Therefore, it is necessary that the gold backend currency system implementation is implemented appropriately under the important conditions. And with this being said, it will be a really important development to watch out with gold futures within the next times, and it will be a really interesting wave development, especially once this whole wave expansion shows up within the upcoming times. This is going to have a tremendous effect on the gold price and will accelerate the enormous dynamics into these important target zones. And I am going to follow the gold futures price action further within the upcoming times, and therefore you are welcomed to support my project with a like, follow, and comment. And with this being said, have a good day. Bye bye.